Hi y'all, I'm OmaSimster. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Come on in, have a seat, and get comfy. But first, if you could help your girl out with the algorithms and hit those like and subscribe buttons, I'd be greatly appreciative. Let's get started. Hey y'all, today is a speed build. It's a shell challenge by Dabney Mallory, and it's called Dab's April Fool's Shell. The point of the shell was to, of course, make the shell into a home or a lot of some sort, decorate it, and add an object up to 15 times that's hidden. My object was magic beans. I put all 6 colors of magic beans and the tree stump that you put them in. Now if you find all the magic beans and you put them in the tree stump and you water the tree stump, it will produce a magic portal tree in which you can go and you can get the fruit, the forbidden fruit of the plant sim. And if you eat that, it turns you into a plant sim for, I think it's 3 days. I don't know, it's been a while. But if you plant it, you can grow more forbidden fruits and thus become a plant sim pretty much anytime you want. But I'm not going to show you where I put them because that would spoil the fun. So I end the video before placing all the magic beans. The hardest part of this one was figuring out the roof. It just did not want to go the way I wanted it to go. I tried a few things. None of it seemed to work. So I finally ended up just taking that part of the roof off and making it into a balcony. That's usually my go-to solution when I just can't get the roof to fit. And once I got that settled, I started figuring out where I wanted everything. I really wanted to use those modern windows from the Growing Together pack, and it's really hard. It's so hard on small build, especially because, well, they're huge. I really wish they'd given us some smaller modern style windows, but it is what it is. So going ahead, I initially placed stairs. But, you know, this being a small home, stairs take up a lot of space. I think it's 7 tiles total. It takes up 3 on the upper floor and 4 on the bottom floor. I eventually just decided to get rid of the stairs and put a ladder in. And that only takes up 2 spaces. Saves a whole lot of space. In a tiny home, you need all the space you can get. Trying to decide on the children's decor and finding window treatments for these windows is pretty hard too. Nothing really fits that great. I tried several choices. The Desert Luxe kit windows, they look okay, but it really wasn't the vibe I was going for. And there's the ladder I placed. I played with the idea of making it a large family tiny home and putting 4 bunk beds in there, but I decided against it eventually. Give them a little room to move around in. deciding on where to put the desk. Eventually decided it looked okay in that corner, so we went with it. And I finally found some curtains that I kind of liked in this room. I'm not sure if it totally matches the color scheme, but it was the best I could do, I think. That little kids clutter. I adore that tree decal. I think that's probably one of my favorite things from that kit. And I hate that I can't get those windows to work that well with, well, those curtains. I just can't get them to work with very much of anything, really. I've used them singularly on a smaller sized window, just one of them, and that looks okay, but I don't know, they're too big and clunky. For a bench there so that I can match it to my bed, kinda. And finally decided that one was close enough. And dresser in. I tried several different options before I finally chose one. But I really kind of wanted something I could sit a TV on, so parents can have a little private space just for them. A small kitchen. And added a table. Trying to decide which one I wanted, how many chairs to put around it. Ultimately, I decided the large table was too large and went with something a little bit smaller. Not that one. Little TV bookshelf radio combo from Tiny Living. Seemed appropriate. Having some issues getting words to come out right today. Dream Home Decorator seating arrangement. Back to curtains. Curtains were kind of hard for this build. Up here we have one of my favorite tricks, the 4-tile bathroom. The way you get it to work is you have to move the toilet as close to that wall as possible, and then they will be able to get to all the, well, basically the sink is the only thing you have to worry about them getting to. They can get into the shower. It shares a footprint with the door. And they can, if you scoot that toilet over just as far as you can get it, you can use the toilet and get to the sink. It's a way to squeeze in a bathroom when you don't have very much room. And still working with this grouping here, trying to find a coffee table that didn't look huge or out of place. I'm a little how can we put this? I don't have a solid system I use. I kind of jump around. I'll see something that I think, oh, I need to put this there, and I'll put that there. And then I'll see something completely different part of the build and go, oh, I need to put that there, and I'll go put that there. I don't really stick to one room until I get it finished or anything like that. It's just kind of haphazard, actually. I'm trying to decide what to do with the basement. I initially toyed with the idea of putting a nursery down there, because with the ladder, toddlers can't climb ladders. So if you put your, well, now that they have the carriers, I'm not sure if this is true anymore, but once upon a time, if you put your toddlers in the basement, they stayed in the basement until they became children. They couldn't climb the ladder. So anytime an adult wanted to interact with the child, they would have to go downstairs. It's kind of a cheaty way to keep up with them. But now that they have back carriers, I think they could probably put them in the back carrier and climb the ladder. I haven't actually tested it out, so I could be wrong. Finally found a coffee table that I thought would go in that room. It wasn't easy. Curtains, the bane of my existence. All things considered, it was probably the best option for that particular window. Sitting on the floor, eventually decided just to go sort by modern, and just pick tiles from there. Working on getting some wallpaper up, siding on the outside. Played around with that table grouping for a while. It's one of the activity tables where they can put puzzles together, play games or whatnot. And I was going to put it, I just wanted to put it in the basement, but I was a little iffy about whether people could get around it. And I eventually put it back in there and I tested it out, and yes, they can get around it. Got to figure out what kind of wallpaper. I eventually went with the pastel pop and pink and blue. Getting most of the wallpaper out of the way, so I move on to the decorations. And there I'm trying the table up on the balcony, and I didn't like that either. little more clutter, make it look a little lived in. And eventually I put it back there. Moved it around a little. A little art for the master bedroom. I had just bought the two new kits, the basement kit and the greenhouse kit, and I considered using them, but I wasn't sure if oh well, this show was due the same day, so I wasn't sure if she would have it or not, so I just went ahead and didn't use it. I'm kind of looking forward to using that basement kit. I am a clutter queen. I didn't actually clutter this one as much as I usually do because it was due. I think I started it about 24 hours before it was due, so I was in a time crunch. I had some planters. I just love those hydroponic planters. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with the outside here. I've got the inside pretty much finished. And put a little area for them to cook. A little gardening area. Flower arranging table. And I decided I wanted more planters because why not? You got pretty much room to plant everything you want. I considered going ahead and putting seeds everywhere, but it was giving me issues, and like I said, I was under a time crunch, so I decided against it. I thought the shark slide would be kind of an interesting touch right there next to the water. Little terrain paint, make things look like that they actually belong there. I always like to put a little bit of sand right there, because if you build the slide, the sand will be right where the slide ends. It doesn't really make a difference for the Sims themselves, but it kind of makes me feel like it's real. Add some towels to the bathroom, no finishing clutter. And add the name. I'm getting ready to upload it, and you can find this under my collection on the gallery. It's OmaSimster, and I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Thanks for visiting with me today. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Please like, subscribe, and above all else, take care of yourself, because you are important. See you next time.